Carl, sticking with energy, our next guest is one of the biggest natural gas producers in the U.S. and joins us with his outlook into year-end from COP28 in Dubai, unveiling an energy transition plan at the conference and signing on to a new charter that aims to increase transparency around greenhouse gas emissions and increase investment in sustainable energy. Joining us now is EQT CEO Toby Rice. Toby, it's really good to have you. It is interesting that all these oil and gas executives from around the world are at COP28 in Dubai, because you don't necessarily think of that industry as being very climate friendly. So what's the significance?
Well, the significance is you have a lot of oil and gas operators joining COP, and people are asking why are oil and gas and fossil fuel providers speaking at COP? And the reason is simple. COP is the biggest conference on climate. And when you're talking about climate, you're talking about energy. And we need to be a part of that conversation, specifically considering the fact that our industry produces 80% of the world's energy. And our participation, I think, is going to lead to some really amazing solutions, because over 70,000 people have joined here in Dubai to talk about climate. They're coming here because they are concerned. They are frustrated. And you look at the world, our energy security is crippled. Global emissions are still skyrocketing and energy poverty is growing. We need to have a different approach. And I think having the oil and gas industry start leading in this energy transition is going to make a whole heck of a lot of a difference. And our energy transition plan is very simple. Transition the world from coal, the biggest source of emissions, to natural gas, and then transform natural gas into a lower carbon energy solution. The plan is simple, it's practical, and it's available right now without government subsidies.
And what about reporting emissions and transparency on that front? Are you willing to do it, and you think the industry is reliable?
Absolutely. And some of the conversations that we're having starts by showing the world that we are decarbonizing our production. The oil and gas decarbonization charter that you announced, where over 50 companies representing over 40% of the global oil production are stepping up to achieve some pretty remarkable results, being net zero, scope 1 and 2, by 2050. At EQT, we're going to be net zero by 2025, and also having low to near zero methane emissions by 2030. And at EQT, our emissions are 10 times lower than the EPA average. We need to give people confidence that we can decarbonize our production and address the biggest environmental concern on our operations, which is methane emissions, because then we need to talk to them about how we can take that production and decarbonize the world by using our natural gas to replace foreign coal. And we're taking it one step further and showing the world next how we're going to decarbonize the consumption of natural gas. And we're talking about how we're going to leverage carbon capture to capture the emissions and produce a low to zero carbon electricity solution for the world.
Hey, Toby, I'm curious to get your thoughts on just overall the level of U.S. liquids production and exports. Is there a sense among industry observers that the administration finally listened to what industry officials were saying, or what accounts for that kind of production strength?
Carl, there's a couple really interesting dynamics taking place, and people need to recognize this situation. We have record exports, and gas prices are still low. So anybody that has been trying to make the correlation that exports equal higher prices, you can look at what's happening right now and understand that exports are the key to keeping prices low, because exports means surplus, and surplus means lower volatility. Ultimately, great things for the American consumer. But when you look around the world currently needs more LNG exports. We need to build more LNG facilities and pipelines to make that happen.